This one's called Rich Kid, Poor Kid. It takes place in Boca Raton, Florida, approximately 26 years ago. When I was 6 or 7, we moved down to Boca Raton, Florida. My grandfather was a very generous man. He bought my father and my uncle both houses and a business, so they could go down to South Florida and start their lives. So we moved down there and we live in this beautiful two-story house in a cul-de-sac in a big like upper middle class neighborhood. And I didn't have any concept or grasp of money back then, but I knew that like, okay, we own a business and we live in one of the nicer houses in town, so we have money, so everything's okay. And I had like this living there, the bagel store gave me this sense of like safety that I had. It was like a codependency with my parents and the business, like I was connected to it, but I was so young that I didn't really have a choice anyway. So yeah, I was connected to it. Well, my father and my uncle loves drugs, and they stopped paying the rent on the bagel store and the houses, and my grandfather was sending them the money to pay it, and they were buying drugs. So one nice day I was leaving middle school, walking across the street to the bagel store, and the cops are there and they're like seizing everything and locking the doors because the rent wasn't paid in like a year or something crazy like that. And at that point I felt like I was scared. Like my sense of safety and security was like gone. Like, what's gonna happen to me? What's gonna happen to my brothers? Like, what are we gonna do? And my father didn't have any other skills or anything, or any education to do anything. So we moved back to New York. I was 15. I was about to go into my senior year in high school, and I had to move away. And I was really like, I was really ashamed of their actions and what they did, and I held on to that shame. So when we moved up there, it was like, oh, maybe I can get a fresh start, but it wasn't like that. I felt like I was being punished for what they did. So I turned 16. My grandfather gave me his old Cadillac. It was in mint condition. It was a beautiful Cadillac Coupe de Ville, and it's right around the time Fast and the Furious was out, and I wanted to like hook up my Cadillac, but you don't do that. Regardless, I packed up my car with all my belongings, because I didn't have any like parents to talk to or tell me to like, no, you're not moving to Florida. So I moved to Florida. I moved to Delray Beach, back in with my aunt. She has an apartment, and I rent one of her rooms from her. I get enrolled in my school that I wanted to graduate with my friends, and I drove 25 miles there and 25 miles back every day just to attend school with my friends, because I didn't want to miss out on anything because of my parents' actions. And senior year is kind of expensive because there's trips here and there's trips there, and then everyone's going to Mexico, and once again, like I'm not gonna miss out on things because of my parents. So I'm working 2 full-time jobs, making good money, and I'm doing everything I want to do. And senior year was great. We all had a great time, and I worked my ass off, and I got to do everything I wanted to do. Like, I didn't miss out on anything because of my parents. I did it on my own. And then everyone was moving, everyone was going to college and everything. And then, at that point I was like, oh fuck, I'm stuck down here, and everyone's going away because they have their parents to, pay for things. And I didn't have that. And these were rich kids from Boca Raton, and these are all my friends, and they're talking about going away, and their parents are doing this, and I don't have any of that. Like, I'm stuck in Delray or Boca. And then I decided one day that, you know what, I'm just gonna move up there. I'll figure out the work thing. I saved like $2,000, and I moved up there. And then once I got there, it was a lot of excitement. 'Cause like now, like, I'm gonna get the college experience that I shouldn't be able to get, or that I wouldn't have gotten I wouldn't have gotten from my parents. And I got a job at Honda. I worked full time there as well, and I got to do, I got the full college experience, except for the degree, but who needs that anymore? And it was the greatest time of my life. I felt like I didn't miss out on anything. And when I was leaving there, it was like I felt a sense of like victory. Like, this is like the one thing I wanted. I didn't think I was going to be able to get because of my parents, and I went out and got it. And I felt like before, I used to like my safety and comfort would depend on my parents, But now it like depends on me. Like, is my rent gonna get paid? I don't know. Did you pay it? Like, I don't have to worry about anyone else or anything because I got me. I don't have to worry about that. And here's the icing on the cake. The house that they lost, the 2-story house at the end of a cul-de-sac, I now own a 2-story house at the end of a cul-de-sac in a very nice neighborhood. Yes, I'm the only guy with tattoos who doesn't have a family that lives around here, but I always wanted that house back and I got it. So, if you want something, go get it. You got this.